Hi everyone, it's me Jen from I'm Just Like You, and today I have a review for you guys. This is probably the first time I've ever done a shoe review. I know, and the reason why I'm just doing it is because a lot of you guys actually want to hear more about it and wanted me to review on these Valentino Slingbacks that I actually purchased a couple of months ago, and you wanted to have a review, which I felt like this is so awkward. I have never done a review, nor have I ever watched a shoe review because, I just never thought of it, and I was like, you know what? I think this is a really good idea. So I'm gonna just mention, how I purchased it, what kind of research I put behind it before I purchased it, where I got it, where you can get it, and the sizing and the material and what I think about it and if I regret it or not. So these are the Valentino Rock Stud Slingbacks in the calf leather, and this is in the color taupe. So first of all, let's just talk about the difference in the different Rockstud shoes that they have. So this one right here is the slingback, and there's also the mid-heel slingback. So the difference between the two is that this one, there is one strap around the kind of like the arch area of your foot, and then another one around the ankle. And I have to say, this is my favorite just because it's pretty classic. There isn't too much going on, and the heel height is 4 inches, and I think it's just kind of very perfect type of pump. It's very comfortable actually. And now the mid-heel one is the one where there's actually another strap around the ankles. So there's a strap around the ankles and another one above it, and that one's called the mid-heel one. That one's a little bit shorter, and I think that one is going to look a lot better on those who have longer legs and that are taller, just because it does cut off a little bit of your height with that extra buckle around the ankles. So it kind of shortens the height, and then also because the heel is a little bit shorter, it isn't as flattering for those who are a little bit shorter and petite like I am. So I chose this one. I'm not regretting the style whatsoever. So with the Rockstud, it actually comes with different colors and different type of material variations. So there is the classic where there's actually a color here, and then there's that nudish color that they have. So usually it can come in a patent leather, and you always would see that two-tone color where there's that black or nude or any type of pop of color that's patent leather, the shiny leather, and then the straps where the studs are is actually a different like a nude color. Now in a lot of different pictures from blogs, from online, I always see that the color is like a nude color. Actually, whenever I saw it in person, it looks like a bruised purplish color, and against my warmer skin tone it really stood out, and it really wasn't flattering. So I kind of gave up on Valentino rock studs for a while. But then again, I went back and I saw that they have like a more monotone color where the color of the base right here matches the color where the rock studs are, and I actually think that looks a lot more classy, a lot more tasteful, and the color doesn't bother me. I mean, there isn't that cool tone bruise purple color. So I really love the monotone a lot better. Anytime that there's a two-tone type of color, it's going to be that purple kind of nudish color. And with that, whenever it is a two-tone one, it's actually a little bit cheaper. I think about $100 cheaper. But when you get this monotone pebble type of leather, then it's $100 more. But I think it's worth it since you're already paying so much for it. These studs are made out of platinum, so that means that the color is going to stay. It's not going to rust. It's not going to get discolored over time. So that's a really great thing since you are paying so much for it. But it does add a little weight, but honestly it's not any type of weight that is very noticeable. I really do like the look of the platinum against the color of the shoe. And if you do get the black one, the color of the studs are not actually this beautiful white gold looking color. It's actually a ruthenium, which is like a very matte rustic type of silver. So that I think looks really great on those blacks, but I don't think that would look as beautiful on these type of colors. Now because I'm a warm tone type of girl, I do like this kind of warmer color for the studs. Alright, now that I've already talked about the different colors, the different availability of colors are different as well in every single store. So Valentino is going to have all of the newer collections. I do know that Nordstrom's have certain colors that are just exclusive to Nordstrom's, and there are also different colors that are only exclusive to Neiman Marcus as well as Saks. Now mine is exclusive to Saks, and I couldn't find this color anywhere else. I only did find this color in the mid heel slingback, and that's only available at Neiman Marcus. So this is the only slingback, the only original slingback that they had in this color taupe. Now I was very iffy about the sizing, so I did purchase it a couple of times from different places to see. I am a true 6.5. The 6 would be a little bit too small for me, and my heel would kind of get on the outside, but the size right here isn't going to be too little. My feet are not narrow, they're just actually the most normal size feet ever. It's just very arched, so I do find that I can fit a little bit smaller sizes because they're so arched. It doesn't take as much room. I noticed that flatter feet, when you put into the shoe, it might expand a little bit when you put weight on it, and that way you actually have to buy a bigger size. Now mine in particular is in a size 6.5, and I honestly think this works the best on me. I noticed that the 7 worked really well on me as well because of comfort wise. I wanted to be able to wear it and not feel constricted or anything. But with the 7, I noticed that my feet kind of slid a little bit around because of the shape of the shoe. My feet is a little bit more skinny in a way, so it kind of hugs it perfectly when I have the 6.5. Now the only thing I do have to say about this shoe that is a negative is that the restriction that they have on the ankle strap area. So that means whenever I put it on, if my ankle was any smaller than it already is, the strap would not fit. It would not fit at all. It would kind of just look like it's too big for me. So I think that if you have bigger ankles or your feet is a little bit meatier, then this shoe is going to be perfect because you can actually adjust it. Only if your feet are a little bit more petite, then I find that it might not fit as well. So you actually have to try it on. Everywhere that I've actually seen the shoe, talked to people about it, they always say to size up. In my case, since I do have arched feet and my feet are a little bit on the petite side, I do find that I was true to size. 6.5 works perfectly. But if my feet was not if my feet wasn't as so less meaty, I don't know how to really even say it, 7 would have fit perfectly. But because of the way that the shoe is architectured, I find that it's very comfortable, and you will actually know exactly when you put your feet into the shoe how well the shoe fits you, because right where the heel is and right where the arch support is, it has to actually meet where your feet is in order for it to feel comfortable. And I can walk in these for a while. It is so comfortable. Inside there's like a cloth dust bag, which I never keep my shoes in just because I don't want them to touch and scratch each other. So what I do is actually kind of just put one in, and then the other one I just wrap it, and that's how I would actually store it. I do want to recommend you guys to make sure and keep an eye out when you do purchase these shoes for these little packagings right here. When I purchased mine on Saks, they did not provide me with these, but when I purchased another pair at Nordstrom's, they actually had these, and that's why I gave a call to Saks and requested for my shoes to have one as well. So one of the packaging are the studs. That's going to help you repair your shoes if any of the studs ever come off. And then the other one are just the typical bottom of the heel replacements. And these are just really, I think, essentials to keeping your shoes new. I think after you walk on it for a while, maybe one of the studs would come out, and then the bottom of the shoe will wear down. So I would make sure I see those when I buy them and request for them if you don't, because they're going to help the longevity of your shoes, especially if you're paying that much for it. So basically that is my review. I don't know what else I would actually say to you guys, but I am very happy with my purchase. These are my graduation shoes. I don't think I would pay this much for just regular shoes, but this was a present to myself. And I absolutely love the color. I love everything about it. I do want to recommend you guys, when you do purchase these, that when they are made, sometimes the base of it actually extends past the leather. It's really bad, and especially since you're paying so much, you want to make sure everything is good. Make sure you look for that. Make sure you look for any scuffs around the heels when someone tries on the shoe and they can scuff it with the back of the other heel. And make sure all the studs are aligned and just really nice and not scratched or anything like that. But overall, I think the quality of the shoe is nice, the comfort is nice, and I absolutely love it. I hope you guys enjoy this review. I'm sorry, this is my first time doing a shoe review. I'll try to be more helpful in my next one, if there is a next one. So definitely comment below and let me know what other information you would like to know, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!